Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Business English Desk. I'm Laura.
And I'm Jamie. And today we have something really different for you.
Like, genuinely different. This is not a phrasal verb episode. This is not a grammar lesson. This is something much more important than either of those.
Today, we are going to talk about something that most English teachers never teach, something that most learners never hear about, but something that every single fluent speaker already knows.
And once you hear it, once you really understand it, you will never approach English the same way again.
So if you have ever wondered why your English feels stuck, why you freeze, why you know the words but they just won't come out,
this episode is for you. Stay with us all the way through. This one changes things. Okay, before we get into anything, I want to ask you something personal.
go for it.
Have you ever been in a situation where someone asked you something in English and you knew exactly what you wanted to say? Like the idea was right there, completely clear in your mind.
Yes. And then
nothing. Your mouth just stopped, your mind went blank, and all you could do was stand there, nodding, hoping the moment would pass.
the nodding is so real. Like you smile and nod and pray.
Exactly. And the worst part is not the silence. The worst part is what happens after.
Right. Like 5 minutes later, when the conversation has moved on, suddenly the perfect sentence appears in your head.
Yes, crystal clear, perfectly formed, 5 minutes too late.
Every time.
Every single time. And if that has ever happened to you, I want you to know it is not because your English is bad. It is not because you are not smart enough. It is not because you haven't studied enough.
Right. It is because of the way you are thinking while you speak. And that is exactly what today is about.
How native speakers think while they're speaking, and why the way most learners think while speaking is completely different.
And that difference is the reason for everything. The freezing, the blanking, the slowness, the searching, all of it.
All of it comes down to one thing.
And we are going to break it down completely.
Section by section, example by example, until it is completely clear.
So let's start with the biggest difference of all.
Okay, Section 1. The biggest difference between how learners think and how native speakers think while speaking. And I want to start with a simple question. When you want to say something in English, what is the first thing that happens in your head?
And for most learners, the answer is translation. Like the thought appears first in their native language, and then they translate it into English, word by word, piece by piece, and then they speak.
Right, and that process sounds reasonable. It sounds logical. Like, of course, you think in your language first. That is your first language. That is how your brain naturally operates.
But here's the problem. That process is 3 steps.
Right. Step 1, think in your language.
Step 2, translate into English.
Step 3, speak.
And those 3 steps take time, real time, precious time in a real conversation.
And conversations do not wait for you to finish your 3 steps.
Exactly. Conversations move in real time. And while you're on step 2, the conversation has already moved to somewhere else.
And that is why you freeze. That is why you go blank. It's not because you don't know the English. It's because the translation process is too slow for real conversation.
And now let's look at what a native speaker does.
Does instead. And this is the part that changes everything.
A native speaker does not translate at all.
They do not. They think in another language first and convert it. They start directly in English.
Like the thought and the English happen at the same time.
At the exact same time. There is no gap, There is no translation layer. There is no step 2.
It is just one step. Think and speak.
Think and speak simultaneously.
And that is the entire secret right there.
That is it. That is the whole thing.
But wait, there's more, because it's not just about skipping translation. It's about what native speakers are actually thinking when they speak.
Right. And this is the part that most people never hear about.
Native speakers do not think in grammar.
They do not. While they are speaking, they are not thinking present perfect or past simple. They're not thinking subject, verb, object. They're not constructing sentences in their heads before they say them.
They're thinking in ideas, in meaning, in what they want to communicate.
Like, a native speaker doesn't think, I need to use the present perfect here because this action started in the past and is relevant to the present.
Nobody's thinking that.
Nobody. They're thinking, I want to tell him I already ate.
That's it. That's the whole thought. I want to tell him I already ate. And the English just comes out automatically.
Without any grammar check. Without any sentence construction.
It just comes.
And this is such an important distinction because most learners think fluency means knowing grammar very well.
Right. Like they think, if I just master all the tenses, if I just learn all the rules, then I will be fluent.
But that is not how fluency works. Fluency is not fast grammar.
Fluency is no grammar at the conscious level.
Right. The grammar is there, deep in the background, absorbed, internalized, but it is not something you consciously access while speaking.
It's like riding a bike. When you first learn to ride a bike, you think about every single thing. Balance, pedaling, steering, braking.
You're conscious of every movement, every decision.
And because you're thinking about all of it at the same time, you're slow and wobbly and it feels hard.
But after years of riding, you just get on and go.
You don't think about balance. You don't think about pedaling. You just ride because it has become automatic. It has moved from conscious to unconscious.
And that is exactly what happens with language. When you first learn grammar rules, you consciously apply them while speaking, and it's slow and it feels hard.
But with enough real practice, with enough real exposure, the grammar moves to the background.
And you just speak. You just communicate the way native speakers do. And here is something that really brings this to life.
Yes.
If you ask a native speaker why they said, I have been waiting instead of I was waiting,
Most of them,
cannot tell you.
they genuinely cannot explain it.
They will say, I don't know, it just sounded right.
It just sounded right. That is the answer of someone who has internalized the language.
Not someone who is applying rules.
Someone whose brain just knows what sounds natural.
And that feeling of things just sounding right, that is what you are building toward.
And it is reachable
It is absolutely reachable.
for every single person listening right now.
But it starts with understanding this fundamental difference.
Learners think in grammar.
Native speakers think in ideas.
Learners build.
Native speakers just speak.
And once you truly understand that difference, everything else starts to make sense.
Why fluent speakers are so fast.
Why they never seem to search.
Why they can talk about anything without preparation.
Because they're not translating.
They're not constructing.
They're just thinking and speaking at the same time.
And that is section 1.
And we're just getting started.
Okay, section 2. And this one, I personally think, is the most eye-opening part of the whole episode.
I agree, because this section directly answers the question that every learner has asked at some point.
Which is, how do native speakers speak so fast?
Right, like you hear a native speaker talking and it flows effortlessly, rapidly, naturally.
And you think, how? How are they doing that? Are they just building sentences incredibly fast?
And the answer is No, they are not building sentences at all.
Not in the way most learners think.
Native speakers speak fast because they are not building sentences word by word.
They are using chunks.
Chunks
Ready-made, pre-packaged units of language.
that are stored in their memory, whole, complete, ready to use.
And when they need to express something, they do not build the sentence from scratch.
They reach for the chunk that fits, and they use it.
Like when a native speaker wants to agree with something, they do not think, okay, I need a subject and a verb and an adverb to express agreement.
Nobody is doing that.
They just reach for the chunk. Totally, or absolutely, or, you know what? I was thinking the same thing.
Already stored, already complete, just retrieved and used.
And this is such a different mental process from what most learners do.
Because most learners build everything from scratch every time.
Like, imagine you want to say, honestly, I am not sure about that.
A learner might think, okay, honestly, I am not sure about that. 7 words assembled one by one.
But a native speaker does not assemble 7 words. They retrieve one chunk. Honestly, I'm not sure about that. As one unit, stored and ready.
And that is infinitely faster.
Infinitely.
And here's what makes this so fascinating.
Tell me.
Research into language shows that a huge percentage of everyday speech is made up of fixed phrases and chunks, not original grammar constructions.
Like most of what we say in any given conversation is not completely new and original.
Right. We recycle the same phrases, the same expressions, the same chunks.
Again and again. And native speakers have a massive storehouse of these chunks built up over years of real exposure.
And that storehouse is what fluency actually is.
Not a perfect understanding of grammar,
Not a massive vocabulary list,
but a rich, deep, well-stocked storehouse of chunks ready to retrieve instantly.
And let me give you some real examples of the chunks native speakers use constantly.
Yes, because I think hearing real examples makes this completely clear. So here are some chunks that native speakers use every single day without thinking.
To be honest,
You know what I mean.
I was going to say,
It depends.
kind of.
I'm not gonna lie.
At the end of the day,
I mean,
to be fair,
I was like,
that kind of thing.
I guess.
More or less.
Now, here is the important thing to notice about all of those.
What is that?
None of them require any grammar thinking at all.
Right. Like, to be honest is just to be honest. You do not think infinitive of to be plus adjective.
You just say it. You just say it because it is stored as one complete unit.
And notice something else about those chunks.
What?
They are all really simple.
Yes, none of them are sophisticated. None of them are advanced.
They are incredibly ordinary.
And yet, they are everywhere in native speech.
Because fluency is not about impressive vocabulary.
Fluency is about smooth, fast, effortless retrieval of ordinary language.
And that is something most learners get completely backwards.
They think the more advanced, the more impressive, the more sophisticated, the more fluent.
But actually, the most fluent speakers often use the simplest language,
Because simple language is the most deeply stored,
the most automatic,
the most readily available,
and therefore, the fastest.
and the most natural.
Exactly.
And now I want to show you the difference between a learner using grammar and a native speaker using chunks in a real conversation.
Yes, let's do a mini dialogue.
Okay, so the situation is 2 people are talking about a difficult week at work. First, the learner version.
This week was very difficult for me.
I had many tasks that I needed to complete, and I was feeling very tired and also stressed. Yes, I understand your situation was very hard. I also had a difficult week because of many problems in my work.
Okay, nothing wrong with that.
Right. It is grammatically perfectly fine.
But it sounds very constructed,
Very assembled.
very textbook.
Now the same conversation with chunks.
Honestly, this week absolutely destroyed me. Like I had so much going on, I didn't know where to start.
I know exactly what you mean. Same here. It was just one thing after another, you know?
Do you hear the difference?
Completely different.
Same meaning,
Same situation.
but one sounds like a textbook.
And one sounds like a real person.
And why?
Because the second one is full of chunks.
Honestly,
Absolutely destroyed me.
I had so much going on.
I didn't know where to start.
I know exactly what you mean.
Same here.
One thing after another.
You know?
Every single one of those is a chunk.
Stored as a unit. Retrieved instantly. No grammar thinking.
No word by word.
No sentence construction.
Just reach and use.
Reach and use.
And the conversation flows.
Effortlessly.
Naturally.
Like a real conversation.
Because it is a real conversation.
And now, I want to talk about something that connects very deeply to this idea of chunks.
What is that?
Emotion.
Emotion.
Yes, because chunks are not just stored in our memory as words.
Right.
They are stored with feeling, with context, with emotion.
Like when a native speaker says, "I can't believe it." They are not thinking about the grammar of that sentence.
They are just feeling the disbelief, and the words come out automatically.
Because the chunk is connected to the emotion.
Yes, like a trigger.
Exactly. The emotion triggers the chunk.
And the chunk comes out before you even think.
And that connection between emotion and language is one of the most important things to understand.
Because when language is connected to real feeling, to real experience, it becomes
Automatic.
part of you.
Not just something you know, but something you feel.
And something.
You just say.
And this is why learners who immerse themselves in English through shows, through music, through real conversations, progress so much faster than learners who only study from textbooks.
Because the immersion gives them the emotional connection to the language, the context, the feeling.
The real human experience of the chunks, not just the meaning.
And that emotional connection is what makes the chunks stick, what makes them truly stored, truly automatic.
Truly yours. And now, let me give you some more examples of how chunks work in real situations.
Yes, because I think the more examples, the clearer this becomes.
So, let's say you are in a meeting and someone asks for your opinion on a new idea.
A learner might think, okay, I need to express my opinion, so I need, in my opinion, plus the subject, plus the verb, plus the rest.
By which time, the meeting has moved on.
Right.
But a native speaker just reaches for their opinion chunk. Honestly, I think it could work, but I'm a little worried about the timeline.
No grammar thinking, no sentence construction, just the chunk that fits the moment.
Retrieved, used, done.
Or let's say someone tells you some bad news.
A learner might think, I need to express sympathy, so I should say, I am sorry to hear this news.
Technically correct.
But a native speaker just reaches for the sympathy chunk. Oh no, that's awful. I'm so sorry.
Immediate, natural, warm.
Because that chunk is so deeply stored, it comes out almost before the thought.
That is the level we are talking about.
And it is reachable.
It is absolutely reachable.
But you have to build the storehouse.
You have to collect the chunks,
Store them.
practice them,
Use them.
until they become as automatic as your native language.
And we will talk about exactly how to do that.
In Section 4,
But first, there's one more incredibly important thing to understand, and it is something that might actually surprise you.
Section 3 is coming up next.
And it is the section that destroys one of the biggest myths about fluency.
Stay with us.
Okay. Section 3, and I want to start this one with a question.
Go for it.
When you imagine a fluent English speaker, what do you picture?
I think most people picture someone speaking perfectly. No pauses, no mistakes, no hesitation. Every sentence perfectly formed, perfectly delivered.
Right. That is the image most learners have of fluency.
And that image is completely wrong.
Completely. And it is one of the most damaging myths in English learning.
Because that image sets an impossible standard that even native speakers never meet.
Right. Like, have you ever really listened to native speakers talking in a casual conversation?
Yes.
They pause all the time.
They restart sentences.
Constantly.
They say and like.
And you know.
They repeat themselves.
They use very simple words.
They sometimes don't even finish their sentences.
And yet, they sound completely fluent.
Completely natural.
Because they are.
Because fluency is not about speaking perfectly.
Fluency is about communicating naturally.
And natural communication includes pauses.
Includes restarts.
Includes simple words.
Includes imperfection.
All of it.
All of it is part of natural speech.
And when learners try to avoid all of that,
when they try to sound perfect,
ironically, they sound less natural.
Less fluent. Not more. Right. Because perfect speech, without any pauses, without any hesitation, without any simple words, sounds robotic.
It sounds rehearsed.
Scripted.
Unnatural.
And that is the opposite of what you want.
So let me show you what real native speaker speech actually looks like.
Yes.
If you transcribe a real casual conversation between native speakers, you will see things like,
I was trying to, explain it to him, but he wasn't, getting it.
Or, it's kind of like, it's difficult to explain, but basically, it's like, you just have to feel it, you know?
Now, if a learner said that, they would think that was terrible. I paused, I said 3 times, I didn't even finish my thought.
But that is completely normal native speech.
That is exactly how real people talk, all the time.
And the key word there is normal.
Because normal is what natural feels like.
And natural is what fluent sounds like, not perfect.
Normal.
And there is something else really important about this.
What's that?
Native speakers are not afraid of simple words.
Oh, yes, this is so important.
Like, learners often try to use complicated vocabulary to sound more fluent.
More impressive.
But native speakers almost always choose simple words.
Like, a native speaker would never say, I am extremely fatigued. They would say, man, I'm so tired. Or even just, I'm dead.
I'm dead, meaning completely exhausted.
I'm dead, meaning completely exhausted. And that sounds so much more natural than I am extremely fatigued.
Infinitely more natural.
Or instead of, this situation is very problematic.
A native speaker would say, this is such a mess.
Or, ugh, this is a nightmare.
Simple, emotional, real.
And so much more fluent.
Because it connects to real experience.
To real feeling.
Not to a dictionary.
And this is something that changes how you should approach vocabulary.
How so?
Most learners spend their time learning advanced vocabulary, sophisticated words.
Because they think that is what sounds fluent.
But actually, the most fluent people sound fluent because of how naturally they use simple language.
Simple language used naturally and automatically is infinitely more powerful than complex language used carefully and slowly.
And painfully.
And painfully.
And painfully.
Exactly.
So the lesson of section 3 is this.
Stop trying to sound perfect.
Stop trying to use impressive words.
Stop being afraid of pausing or restarting.
Or saying like, or,
Those are not signs of weakness.
They are signs of naturalness.
And naturalness is fluency.
Let me do one more mini dialogue to show this.
Yes, let's do it.
So, the situation is someone is trying to explain something complicated to a friend. Learner version first.
The concept is very complex, and it is difficult to explain in simple words because it has many components that must be understood in sequence.
Technically correct, but very stiff, very textbook. Now the natural version.
Okay, so it's kind of hard to explain. Like, it's one of those things where you have to sort of understand the basics first, and then it all clicks. You know what I mean?
Completely different.
Completely.
Kind of.
Sort of.
Like.
It all clicks.
You know what I mean? All of those are what learners call filler words. But they are not just fillers.
Right, they are chunks
Natural chunks.
that make speech sound real,
Human.
connected,
And fluent.
and that is the secret.
Imperfect natural speech sounds more fluent than perfect constructed speech.
Every single time.
Okay, we have covered 3 major sections in part 1.
Section 1. Native speakers think in ideas, not grammar.
Section 2, native speakers use chunks, not word-by-word sentence construction.
And Section 3. Native speakers do not try to sound perfect.
And in part 2, we are going to give you the most important part.
The part you can actually use.
How to train your own brain to think the way native speakers think.
Step by step, technique by technique.
So stay with us. Let's get into it. Section 4. How to train your brain to think like a native speaker. And I want to say something important before we start.
What is that?
This is not a quick fix. This is not something that happens overnight.
Right. And I think it is important to be honest about that.
Because if we pretend it's easy, we're not helping you.
We're just telling you what you want to hear.
And that is not what this channel is about.
Right. This channel is about real help.
Real progress.
Real change.
And real change takes time.
And consistency.
And the right approach.
And that is exactly what we are going to give you.
3 techniques
3 specific, practical techniques.
that train your brain step by step to think the way native speakers think.
And if you apply these consistently,
Things
will change. They genuinely will.
So let's start with technique 1.
Technique 1. Think in simple English, not advanced English. And this is the foundation of everything else. Because before you can think in English naturally, you have to make English the default language of your thoughts.
And most learners, when they try to think in English, immediately try to think in complex English, advanced English, impressive English.
Right. Like they try to think in the English they want to speak eventually.
Not the English they actually already know.
And because that level is too hard for comfortable,
Automatic thinking. It does not become automatic.
it stays effortful.
It stays slow.
It stays translation-like.
So the key is to start with the simplest, most natural English you already know.
Like the stuff that requires zero effort.
Zero thought.
The kind of English that is already almost automatic.
For you.
And you build from there.
So let me give you a real example of what this looks like in practice.
Yes.
So let's say you wake up in the morning, and your first thought in your language is, I am really tired today. Instead of thinking that in your language, you think it in English. I'm so tired.
And that is it. That is the whole exercise.
That one thought in English instead of your language.
And notice how simple that is.
I'm so tired.
Not, I am experiencing significant levels of fatigue.
Nobody is thinking that.
Nobody.
Just, I'm so tired.
Simple, direct, natural.
And then, as you go through your morning, you keep adding small English thoughts.
Like you look outside and think, oh, it's raining.
Or you make coffee and think, I really need this.
Or you check your phone and think, ugh, so many emails.
Every morning.
Every single morning.
And these thoughts are not English practice.
Right, they are not exercises.
They are not homework.
They are just your real thoughts happening in English.
Instead of,
Your language
and that shift, as small as it sounds.
is enormous.
Because what you are doing is training your brain to access English directly,
Without a translation step,
without a construction step,
directly
from thought.
to English.
And over days, over weeks,
Over months.
the amount of English in your daily thoughts
Grows.
naturally.
Automatically.
Until one day, you are just thinking in English.
Without even trying.
And that is the moment that everything changes.
And here's something really important about this technique.
What? You do not have to be accurate. You do not have to be correct. You do not have to use perfect grammar.
Right, because the goal of this technique is not accuracy.
The goal is automaticity.
Building the habit of thinking in English.
First, before anything else.
And accuracy comes later,
Naturally.
as exposure increases,
As the chunks build up,
as the storehouse fills up.
accuracy follows.
It always does.
But only if you build the habit first.
And the habit starts with simple,
Small,
real,
English thoughts.
every day.
Every single day.
Starting today.
And let me add something to this technique that makes it even more powerful.
Tell me.
Narrating.
Narrating.
Yes, like as you go through your day, you narrate what you're doing in English in your head. Like a running commentary. Exactly. Like you are the narrator of your own life.
In English.
In English. So you are walking to work, and in your head, you are thinking, okay, I'm walking to work. It's a bit cold today. I should have worn a thicker jacket. I'm going to be a few minutes late. I hope the meeting hasn't started yet.
All of that in English, in your head.
Naturally, casually, like talking to yourself.
And it sounds so small, so insignificant.
But it is incredibly powerful.
Because you are using English to process real experience in real time.
And that is exactly what native speakers do all day long without thinking about it.
And you are training yourself to do the same. One thought, one moment, one narration.
At a time.
And I want to add one more dimension to this technique.
What is that?
Emotions.
Tell me.
When something happens in your day, something that makes you feel something, notice that feeling and find the English for it.
Not the translated English.
Right, the natural English that matches the feeling.
Like something frustrating happens, and instead of processing that frustration in your language,
You find the English for that feeling. Ugh, this is so frustrating.
or I can't deal with this right now,
Or, why does this always happen?
or just, are you serious right now?
All very real, all very natural.
And all emotionally connected to the experience.
And that emotional connection is what makes those chunks stick.
Deeply stick.
Permanently stick.
And when something good happens, when you feel happy or excited,
You find the English for that too. Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
or I can't believe this is happening,
Or just yes. Yes is a complete emotional expression,
stored as a chunk,
connected to feeling.
ready to use instantly. And that is the goal.
English connected to your real feelings,
Your real experiences,
your real life.
not just words on a page,
Not just rules in a book.
but real, living, breathing English.
That is technique 1.
Think in simple English.
Narrate your life.
Connect language to emotion.
Every single day.
Starting today. Technique 2, and this one builds directly on what we learned in Section 2 about chunks.
Yes.
Technique 2 is build your chunk storehouse deliberately.
And the word deliberately is really important there.
Because most people hear about chunks and they think, okay, I'll just pick them up naturally over time.
And that does happen.
It does.
But it is slow.
Very slow.
If you wait to just pick up chunks passively,
It can take years.
but if you do it deliberately,
It can take months.
significantly less time.
So, what does building your chunk storehouse actually look like?
So the first thing is to start collecting chunks actively.
Like, every time you hear something in English that sounds really natural, really fluent, really like something a real person would actually say.
You note it down.
Not just the key word.
The whole phrase, the whole chunk.
Exactly as you heard it.
So let's say you were watching a show and one of the characters says, "I'm kind of over it."
You write down, I'm kind of over it.
The whole thing.
And then you look for opportunities to use it in a real conversation.
In a message.
In your own thoughts.
Anywhere.
Because using it is what stores it.
Right. Just knowing a chunk is not enough.
You have to use it.
Put it in your mouth.
Let it come out.
Feel how it sounds.
Feel how natural it feels.
And the more you use it, the more automatic it becomes.
And the more automatic it becomes,
The faster, the more fluent.
and let me give you some specific categories of chunks to collect, because this is really useful.
Yes, there are chunks for every situation and conversation. And if you have chunks ready for each situation, you will never be lost for words.
So let's go through some key categories.
Okay, category 1, chunks for buying time.
Because sometimes in a conversation, you need a few extra seconds to think.
And instead of going silent, which feels awkward,
You use a buying time chunk.
like, that's a good question.
Or, let me think about that.
Or, how do I put this?
Or, you know what? I never really thought about it that way
All of those buy you time,
while you gather your thoughts.
and they sound completely natural.
Not like you are stalling,
Just like you're a thoughtful person taking a moment.
which is completely normal.
And native speakers do this all the time.
All the time.
Category 2, chunks for agreeing.
Because agreeing is one of the most common things we do in conversation.
Like, totally.
Or, absolutely.
Or, yeah, no, for sure.
Or, I was thinking the exact same thing.
Or, right, exactly.
Or, you know what? You are so right.
All stored,
Already,
all instantly available.
for the moment you need them.
Category 3, chunks for disagreeing politely,
Because disagreeing is hard in any language.
especially in a professional setting.
So having chunks ready for this is incredibly valuable.
Like, I see what you mean, but...
Or, that's a fair point, though I think...
Or, I'm not so sure about that.
Or, honestly, I kind of see it differently.
All of those allow you to disagree without being rude.
Without being aggressive, while still being clear.
And they come out much more naturally when they're stored as chunks rather than built word by word.
Category 4. Chunks for showing you're listening.
Oh.
This one,
is so important.
because in English, showing that you are listening is very important.
Like,
Or, right.
or yeah,
Or, oh, really?
or no way,
Or, I know, right?
or oh man,
All of those tell the speaker, I am here.
I am following.
I am engaged.
And they happen automatically in native speech.
Without any thought.
But learners often stay silent when they are listening.
Because they're focused on understanding.
And that silence can feel awkward to native speakers.
Like they feel like you are not engaged, even when you completely are.
So having these listening chunks ready makes a huge difference in how natural your conversations feel.
To both sides.
To both people.
Exactly.
Category 5, chunks for starting or ending a point.
Like, the thing is,
Or here's the thing.
or what I'm trying to say is,
Or the bottom line is.
or if that makes sense.
Or does that make sense?
All of those are incredibly common in real conversation.
And they make your speech sound so much more organized and natural and fluent.
And the best part is that none of them require
any grammar.
Just retrieval.
Just remembering and using.
So your job is to collect these chunks
One category at a time.
And practice them in real situations
In real situations.
until they are automatic.
And here is a practical way to do this.
Yes,
Pick one chunk every morning
just one.
and use it at least 3 times that day
In different situations,
in different contexts
with different people.
or even just in your own thoughts.
And by the end of the day,
That chunk is a little bit more yours.
and by the end of the week,
You have 7 new chunks
deeply practiced.
ready to use.
And by the end of a month,
30 chunks,
all deeply stored.
all automatic.
And a month after that,
60 chunks.
and a year later,
Think about how many that is
and how different your English will sound.
because of those chunks.
That is the power of this technique.
Done consistently.
Done deliberately.
One chunk at a time.
That is technique 2.
Technique 3, and this is the technique that brings everything together.
What is it?
It's speak before you correct.
Speak first and correct later. Yes, and this is psychologically one of the most powerful shifts you can make.
Because right now, most learners do the opposite.
They correct before they speak.
They build the sentence, check the grammar,
Adjust the vocabulary.
verify the tense.
And then maybe speak.
And that process, as we said, is too slow,
Too effortful.
too anxiety-inducing.
And it actually prevents fluency from developing.
Because fluency comes from,
Speaking.
not from.
Thinking about speaking
And the only way to train the speaking mechanism
is to actually use it.
imperfectly,
Messily.
without checking first.
And here is the thing
What?
that most learners need to hear.
Your first draft of a sentence
Spoken out loud, imperfectly, is more valuable to your fluency than a perfect sentence that stays in your head.
1,000 times more valuable.
Because the imperfect spoken sentence trains your brain,
Trains your mouth.
trains the connection between thought and speech.
And the perfect unspoken sentence trains nothing.
It just stays in your head,
Doing nothing, helping nobody, including you.
especially you.
So the practice is simple, but requires courage.
It does.
Whenever you want to say something in English,
Just say it.
before you check,
Before you verify.
before you correct,
Just open your mouth and let it come out.
and then if you realize something was wrong,
You note it
you learn from it.
and you adjust.
But the speaking comes first.
Always.
Always.
And I want to address something that comes up every time we talk about this.
What is that?
The fear of being judged.
Yes, like what if people think my English is bad?
What if they judge me?
What if they don't understand?
And I want to say something very clearly about this.
Please.
Most people are not judging your English nearly as harshly as you think.
Right. Like when someone is talking to you, are you sitting there analyzing their grammar?
No, you are listening to what they are saying.
You are thinking about how to respond,
You are engaged in the conversation.
not critiquing the language.
And that is exactly what the other person is doing when you speak.
They want to understand you.
They want to connect.
They are not grading your grammar.
They're just having a conversation.
And even if you make a mistake, even a big one,
In most cases, the other person understands you anyway.
and just keeps going because communication is more robust than we think.
It does not need perfect grammar to work.
It needs intent, effort, and courage.
And you have all three.
If you're watching this episode, you absolutely have all 3.
So use them.
Open your mouth.
Let the English out.
Imperfectly, naturally, honestly.
And trust that it's working.
Even when it doesn't feel like it is.
Especially then.
That's technique 3. Speak before you correct. Communication first, perfection later. Okay, section 5, the final mindset shift.
And this one is not a technique.
It's not an exercise.
It's not a homework.
It's just a truth, a fundamental truth about English.
And about how you relate to it. And if you truly internalize this truth,
It changes everything.
so here it is. Native speakers are not translating.
They are not building grammar in real time.
They are not trying to sound perfect.
They have trained their brains,
Through years of real exposure,
real conversation,
real use,
to connect ideas directly to English,
automatically,
naturally.
effortlessly. And you can train your brain to do the same.
It is not a talent.
It is not a gift.
It is not something only certain people can do.
It is a skill
Built through practice,
through consistency
through the right approach.
and through time.
And here's the most important part of this mindset shift.
What?
Stop trying to sound fluent,
And start trying to communicate.
because those two things are very different.
Like when you try to sound fluent, you're performing.
You're self-conscious, you're monitoring everything.
Every word, every sentence, and that monitoring slows everything down.
It creates anxiety.
It blocks the natural flow.
But when you try to communicate,
When your only goal is to get the message across, to connect, to be understood,
all of that self-monitoring disappears.
you stop performing.
And you start talking.
Actually talking.
And real talking, however imperfect, is always more fluent than perfect performed speech.
Always. And here's something really beautiful about this shift.
What is that?
The moment you stop trying to sound fluent and start trying to communicate,
You often start sounding more fluent naturally.
automatically, because you are no longer
Your own way,
your own obstacle.
to your own fluency.
The anxiety,
The monitoring,
the fear of mistakes, all of those things were blocking what was already there.
the English you already know,
The chunks you already have.
the ability you already built.
And when you get out of your own way,
It comes out
it flows
naturally.
the way it was always meant to.
And that moment,
When it just flows,
without effort,
without fear,
without translation,
without monitoring,
that is fluency.
that is the native speaker mindset.
And it is within reach.
For you,
Right now,
today,
not someday,
today. And it starts
with one decision.
to stop
To stop trying to be perfect.
and start trying to connect,
To communicate.
to be heard.
To be understood.
That is the shift that changes everything.
Okay, before we close, we have your daily challenge.
Yes, and this one is really specific, really practical. Something you can do today.
Right after this episode ends.
So here it is.
Today, at some point during your day, you are going to have at least one moment where you want to say something in English.
Or where you are thinking something.
And when that moment comes,
Do not translate.
do not construct
Do not check.
Just think it
or say it,
directly in English,
even if it is just one sentence,
even if it is just one thought,
even if it is messy,
even if it is imperfect,
just one moment
of thinking
directly in English,
without translation,
without construction,
without fear,
just communication.
just connection.
And when you do it,
Notice how it feels.
notice the difference between that and the translation process.
Notice how much
faster it is,
how much more natural it feels.
even if just a little.
And then,
Come back
and tell us,
in the comments. What was that moment?
what did you think or say in English?
Directly.
We genuinely want to know.
We read every comment.
Every single one.
And that one moment is your day 1.
And day 1,
Leads to day 2.
and day 2,
Leads to day 7.
and day 7,
Leads to a month.
and a month leads to a completely different relationship with English.
Built one moment,
One thought.
one direct, untranslated English sentence at a time.
All right, everyone. That is a wrap on today's episode.
And what an episode, honestly.
I feel like we covered something really important today.
Something that most English learners never hear.
And I hope that if you take just one thing from today,
Let it be this.
fluency is not about perfect grammar.
It is not about impressive vocabulary.
It is not about sounding like a native speaker.
It is about training your brain to connect ideas directly to English,
Without translation,
without construction,
without fear.
just communication.
And that is something you can start building today.
Right now, with the techniques we shared.
And with the mindset we talked about.
If you found today's episode valuable, please give it a like.
It genuinely helps more than you know.
And subscribe if you haven't already.
We put out new episodes every single week.
Just for you.
And share this with someone who needs to hear it.
A friend, a colleague, someone on their English journey.
Because this kind of content is more powerful when shared.
Always.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for being here.
For watching, for caring enough to want to grow.
Keep practicing, keep learning,
Keep speaking, even when it's hard.
even when it's messy.
Especially when it's messy.
That's where the growth is.
Always.
I'm Jamie,
I'm Laura.
and we will...
We will see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye!